I paid full price for this. Oh, now I remember why I bought this book. So cram as much as I can into everything. Can we squeeze this inside? Good job. I feel like a queen. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Madhu, the chaotic book mom. Can you guys see the difference in place right now? In this video, we are going to be very ruthless and unhaul books from our shelves. Okay, the last time I did one of these unhauls, it was like 6 months ago. Last December, I think I did it. And if you ask me what I did with all the unhauled books, yeah, I'm so ashamed to say it is still sitting under my desk in 3 columns. So yeah, I am going to be very picky about what I want to keep on my shelves right now, because this shelf that is sitting outside in my foyer area, I have plans to move the shelf into my book room. I have a space to keep this there on the floor, so it would be like a nice background. I would buy another like 3 bookshelf to keep on top of this one, because this is 4 shelf, okay, and this is custom made. I need to be very picky about what I want to keep, because I want to have a clean plate or clean palette, you can say it like that. And I don't really want to have books on my unread physical TBR that I would not pick up in the next year or so. So if I feel like I'm not going to read it, I will be unhauling it. And if I have plans to read it, I can either listen to the audiobook or I can read it as an ebook, a Kindle copy. And if I love it, I can buy the physical copy again. So it is not an issue. I usually buy books secondhand or from my friends' unhaul and thrift stores, so it's not an issue if you want to buy a book, right? So with that said, get comfortable, grab something to eat, and let's go through everything that is on my bookshelf. Not only here, I have stacks of books inside in my room as well. So we are going to be looking at all the books that I own, and we are going to be very ruthless, and we are going to be getting rid of almost, I would say, I really want to keep my physical TBR less than 150 if I can do that. So that is the goal for today's video. So let's go. I hope you guys can see the top shelf here. I think you can. Okay, let's start from this top shelf. These are all books I've been accumulating for like 7-8 years now. So we'll start from this top shelf and we'll work shelf by shelf. And once this area is done, we'll go inside and do that as well. So right off the bat, I do see a couple of books that I don't want to keep. Number 1 book is Guild by Raven Kennedy. I also have the sequel somewhere in this house. I read this book. I gave this book 3 stars, and I've heard people say like it gets better as you read, and I found that I can have or read this book on Kindle Unlimited. So I don't want to keep a book that I didn't like. This was a 3-star book, so I'm just going to keep everything down right here. Now the next is, I have the Touch of Darkness series. I do have plans for the series because this was sent to me, so I don't want to get rid of them yet. So I'm going to be keeping this for now. I'm just making 2 different piles here, and I thought I would just listen to an audiobook or something when I'm doing this, but then I realized that I'll be talking. So yeah, the next is the second book in the Inheritance Games. I will be keeping this. I have one more book, Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri. I liked it, but I don't know if I would reread this book, or maybe I can give it to my sister. She likes reading fantasy books, so I'm going to keep this in a maybe pile. I'm going to keep this book because I really want to read it. And then we have Skin of the Sea. I have not read this book yet, but it is a YA fantasy, I believe. This sounds interesting. It was a book that I really wanted to read, so I'm going to keep this for now. I will also be keeping Juniper and Thorn. At least I'll read it in 2027. So I'm going to keep these 2, and I'm going to get rid of these 2. This is Infinity Sun and Infinity Reaper. I did read this series. I liked it. I'm not going to read this again or talk about them. So yeah, this is going to go. This is a goner now. So we have unhauled 3 books so far. So I'm just going to keep this down here. We have a series that I really loved, The Star-Touched Queen and Crown of Wishes. If you have not read these books yet, this is an absolute must if you like, books based on Indian mythology or by Indian author. This was so good. I'm definitely keeping this. We have a Never Night series. Okay, I wanted to read this series because there was some kind of an adaptation that was made for Never Night series. I wanted to read this before I watched it, but then I was like, I don't know if I would read it immediately. Plus, the font is so tiny in this book. I don't know how I feel about that. So, if I want to read this book, I would listen to the audiobook or get the Kindle copy. So, I am unhauling Never Night by J. Christoph. We also have Six of Crows here. I have 2 copies of this duology. I have it is right here. Okay, I'll just take this out. I have the special edition copies of Six Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I feel like I want to keep these because I paid full price for this. Okay, I got this in a book box and I paid full price for this. So I'm like, it has this Netflix sticker as well in the paperback. I don't mind annotating or highlighting in the special editions. I don't mind it. So I think I'm going to keep the special editions and unhaul the paperback copy. So I also have Crooked Kingdom somewhere. I think it is on the other side. I have a paperback copy of Crooked Kingdom as well. So I will unhaul that. Okay. Now, and next, this is one of my favorite series of, I'm trying to jump up because the screen is there. This is one of my favorite series of all time. Okay, I absolutely loved this book. If you are looking for a book with female assassins or very strong female characters, amazing, an epic fantasy, but also make it sapphic. So I loved it. It was so good, but I haven't continued with the series because I couldn't find the sequel for it. But the third book I received from the publisher. So I need to find a copy of the second book so that I can read, or I can just read it or listen to the audiobook if I can find one, or download the Kindle copy and continue with this series. So I'm definitely keeping this one. I'm so out of breath now itself. So I'll show you guys what all I have. Okay, we have The Justice of the Kings by Richard Swan. I definitely have plans to read this. This was also sent to me by the publisher, so I'm never getting rid of books that I've sent. So I have a book called A Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams. I got this in a book box, so I don't know if I would read this. What does it say? It says 1901. It's a historical fiction or fantasy. I think this is like a historic fiction, an enchanting story about love, loss, and the power of language. Some words are more important than others. I learned this growing up in the scriptorium, but it took me a long time to understand. I'll keep this in the maybe pile, and we'll sit down and look at all the maybe piles, and I'll see whether I want to keep this or not. So I'm keeping this in the maybe pile. We have The Starless Sea. Absolutely love this edition. I'm definitely keeping that. We also have a Pandora. I don't want to unhaul this, but this is like a special edition copy with a very pretty sprayed edge as well. This has a very pretty end paper and sprayed edge. I don't want to get rid of this yet because I was really interested in reading this. This is like an ancient Greek mythology based book. Secrets, Deception and Fate. I really want to keep this book, so I don't want to unhaul this. I will keep it here itself. I can keep. Why am I going there? Okay. I have a copy of A Lady's Guide to Fortune Teller Hunting. I don't think I'll be reading this book because I don't know. I'm not gravitating towards books like this or historical romance-ish books like this anymore. I used to love historical romances, but nowadays I don't think I'm very interested in that genre anyways. So I'm going to be unhauling this one. We also have Age of Ash by Daniel Abraham. I want to read this book. It is on my TBR list. This was also sent to me, so I'm not getting rid of this. And then I have these Violent Delights. I think this is like a YA fantasy romance, and I got this as a part of a book box I was subscribed to. So Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. The second one, oh, this is a duology. Okay, apparently this is a duology. I think this is a series or duology. I'm not really sure. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling set in 1920s Shanghai. Now I really want to keep this. The year is 1926 and Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. These Violent Delights and These Violent Ends. I think I'm going to keep this, guys. 1920 Shanghai. Like, I always love books that does some genre bending. It blends lots of cultures. I really want to read it. I have a special edition copy of the 40 Rules of Love. I am not getting rid of this. I was gifted this copy, so this is a special edition copy as well. This is so pretty. I'm not unhauling this. But this I'm definitely getting rid of. The Kingdom of Cursed by Kerry Maniscalco. I have no plans to read this series, so I'm unhauling this one. We have Savage Blooms by S.T. Gibson. I liked it. I did not enjoy it a lot. I gave this a 3.5 stars, but the sequel is coming out, so, and I was gifted the series. I also like tabbed and annotated this book, so I'm not going to give this away. We have, this was one of the first YA fantasy romance series that I ever read. I got the e-arc for this book, so I bought the physical copy and I bought the sequel for it from an unhaul or a thrifted shop. I don't remember, but I don't think I would ever pick these books up again. We have so many books we can read instead of this. I loved the series, but I don't think I would reread this, so I'm getting rid of this. She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. I'm not getting rid of this. I've heard people say a lot of good things about this. This is also a very pretty special copy that I bought full price, so I'm definitely keeping this. We have a copy of Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. I have heard a lot of good things about this. This is like a fairy tale retelling, but make it different. It says once upon a time there was a horrible girl sold. So I'm keeping this. We have, this was the fake rate, one of the fake rate edition that was done a few years back. I got this when I was a rep for them, so I'm not getting rid of that. It is also signed, so I will be keeping that. Let me just move everything away. And then we have Knights of Plague by Orhan Pamuk. Oh, this sounds interesting. And now I remember why I bought this book, so I will be keeping this. And we have For Your Own Good by Samantha Dowing. This was also a part of a book box. I don't know if it is YA or not. We also have a letter from the author. Here's one, the Teacher of the Year at the prestigious Belmont Academy. Oh, the main character is a teacher. Should I just keep this book? I think I like it. It is not YA apparently. This cover reminds me of Picture of Dorian Gray. I don't know why, so I'll keep it. Now this is my beloved ARC copy of Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel. Now if you don't remember, I read the 10 Incarnations of Rebellion by the same author. I loved it, and I also love this book as well. The publisher was very kind enough to send the ARC copy. So this is an ARC copy. Do you want me to get rid of an ARC copy? Like, no. I will be keeping this safe and sound. So on top we have gotten rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 unhauled and 2 in the maybe pile. So I will keep all the other books on top so that we can make space here. There's a lot of space on top here, so I'm confident that we can put a lot of more books up here. I'm going to take videos from my phone. This is the first, which looks pretty empty. Now that I'm looking, we have come to the next shelf. I'm really happy about that. This is filled with books I've already read, so this is going to be easy to unlock. The first is When the Bones Sing by Ginny Myers and Sane. I'm definitely going to keep this because it was one of my favorites I read last year, so we'll keep it in the keep pile. We have Sunbearer Trials, my 6-star book, so I'm never getting rid of that. We have Enemy's Daughter, we have Fateless. I really enjoyed both of them. This I'm keeping because the sequel is coming out and I want matching pictures, so I'm keeping this, and I'm giving away Enemy's Daughter, so I'll keep it here. And then we have Wild Love, Wild Side and Wild Card. I really liked this series, but I don't know what I feel about it. Should I keep them? Because 2 of them are heavily annotated. Maybe I'll keep it for now. In the next unhaul, if I don't reach for it again, I'll unhaul it. Okay, so I'll keep this for now. And then we have the Wizard's Bakery. I really loved it. I might give this away, so I'll also unhaul this. All the annotated, tabbed or sent books I'll be giving away as a giveaway. So this is the book I was talking about, the 10 Incarnations of Rebellion by Vaishnavi Patel. This is the same author as Kaikeyi. I loved it. I think I annotated this book. Let me check. Yes, I annotated it. I really loved it. I'm going to keep this book. Let me remove these to the top. I have Assistant to the Villain, but I feel like I have the complete set inside. I did buy the whole set from a thrift shop, so I'll see if I have a duplicate. If I don't, then I'll keep it. If I do, I'll unhaul this. And we have Truly Devious series. I'm never unhauling this. This is one of my favorite series of all time. And then we have Mystery of Four. This is an ARC copy. So I haven't read this yet. I forgot that I even owned this, but I will keep this because it's an ARC copy. I don't want to get rid of this for now. We also have an ARC copy of Ledge. I loved this book, so I will be keeping this. We have Chola Tigers by Amish. I love this author. He's an Indian author who writes fantasy based on Indian mythology. I do want to read these series. I think the first book is Naturals. I have the first book there. Okay, so I will be reading this. I have Yellow Face, which I'm keeping. We have When Haru Was Here. I will be definitely, you know what? I have the special sprayed edge edition of When Haru Was Here. So I think I will unhaul the paperback. I don't want to own duplicate copies of any books. I have like the thrifted copies of Voice of Torment series. So I'm going to be keeping this. If I will give the first book a chance. If I don't like Binding 13, I'll get rid of the entire series. We have Bride. I loved it, and then I went and bought this from an unhaul from a friend. So I'll keep this for now. We have Before We Forget Kindness. I think this is like part of a series. I have the other 4 books in a box set, so it is inside. So I will be keeping this. Now I don't think I will be keeping this one, Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. I don't think I'll be reading this series at all. I am getting rid of this one. And I have this duology, The Shadow Bride and The Shadow Veil. This is like an interconnected standalone fantasy. I will be reading the series, so I am keeping them. I'll just keep it here so I can concentrate on the row back. So these are all books that I'm keeping, so I'll just move it here so that I don't forget. We have Hunting Adeline and Haunting Adeline. I will be keeping them because I like them. And we have These Violent Delights. This is one of my favorite genre bending mind fuckery of a book I ever read. Such a complicated relationship they have, and this was so good. This is a queer book that blew my mind. If you haven't read These Violent Delights by Micah Nemerever, you need to read it. Okay, now I will be keeping this book. We have 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson, and this is a copy that was sent by the author, and it is personalized. So obviously, you know, I will never get rid of books authors or publishers send me. Now I am really on the fence with, this is like a pretty edition of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Now this is the dust jacket that came with it in a book box. Now I did DNF this book at 50% when I was reading it. I need you guys to give me a reason to pick up this book again. Will I like this book now? But I'm going to keep this in a maybe pile now. So let's see how I feel about this book later. We have these two. I read this book and I found the physical copy from a friend's unhaul, and I was like, I need these. So I'm not getting rid of them right now. And we have The Sweetest Oblivion by Daniel Lowry. I don't think I need this book. So, and then we have If I Survive You by Jonathan Escoffery. I read it. I don't think it was my favorite. So I'm getting rid of this. We have Almost Maybes by Anna P. This was written by one of my fellow bookstagrammer, and she also personalized this copy, so I don't think I'll be getting rid of this one. We have A Symmetry Boys by Aidan Thomas. This was my favorite when I read it, so I'm going to keep it. I don't know how I feel about Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I've heard good things about this book, but I don't know if this is for me. I don't generally read contemporary romances or fiction a lot, so I don't know. Maybe I'll put this in the maybe pile. And then we have JSK Agenda. I read this book and I don't think I'll read it again, so I'm going to put this in the unhaul pile. We have The Witch King by H.E. Eggman. I did not read this book, but the cover looks stunning, so I'm going to keep it. And then we have a Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. I don't think I would like this book now. I'm going to get rid of this. The next is The Heart Asks for Pleasure. I did have a paperback copy of this book. I'll keep this for now. And we have Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I don't think I read this book, but I just read House in the Cerulean Sea in February, so I want to give this book a chance. This, we have Sweetness of Water by Nathan Harris. This is a fiction, I feel like. I'll keep this in the maybe pile because I don't know if I am interested enough to read it. We have Birnam Wood by Eleanor Catton. I did not read this book, but it's an ARC copy, so I'm going to keep this. We have The Other Half by Charlotte Vassell. I don't think this is an ARC copy. This is a finished copy. And what is this? It's an investigation. It's a bitingly funny, full of twists, all close to reality, stunning debut from a crime writer. It's a crime book, so I'm going to keep this book. We have Young Mungo by Douglas Stewart. I really liked this. You know what? I'm going to keep it because I did love this book. So we have Deacon and Theodore by Nicholas Bella. I was sent these books by the author, so I'm going to keep these. It is also personalized. And then we have my beautiful copies of Heartstopper, the first 4 volumes. I'm definitely keeping these books because what do you mean I'm getting rid of Heartstopper? Like, no. So let's keep all the books back. So these are all the books that I want to keep here for now. So let's arrange them. The Scarlet Pride, you go here to the back because you are a taller paperback. All the others, you can just stay here. We have books on top. You can go here. Then Incarnation of Rebellion, you're also taller paperback. So go back. We have Elsie Silver, you come here. And then we have these. So I'm going to keep everything here. This looks so empty right here. You guys don't understand. There is nothing at the front here. And then bam, we have like 6 books. And at the back, we have space as well here. So I did a good job. And these are the books we are unhauling so far. And these are our maybe piles. Guys, we have come to the 3rd row here. I'm feeling very proud of myself. Now let's start unhauling books, okay? This is Spiderlight. I'm keeping this. This was one of my favorites. And we have A Shimla Affair. We are keeping this. Delhi Disco. I think I'm going to give this away because while I enjoyed this book, I've made all the content I wanted from this book, so I'm going to get rid of this. We have Shape of an Apostrophe. I'm keeping this book. We have 6 Scotch Roses. I'm keeping. We have All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. And we have Sadie by Courtney Summers. I'm definitely keeping this. We have You Should See Me in a Crown, but I think this would be better with somebody else because I read it, I enjoyed it a couple of years ago, and I don't think I'll pick it up again. As the same goes for Something Happened to Ali Greenleaf. When I read this book, I had a fun time. It was not a fun time, it was a sad book, but I enjoyed it. We have London Seance Society. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't think I'll reach for this anymore. There we have Beautiful World. Where Are You? I recently thrifted this, so I'm going to keep this. People always ask me how I rearrange or arrange my bookshelves. It is based on the amount of space and the number of books I have. So cram as much as I can into everything. That is the goal, okay? And then we have Midnight in Everwood. I started reading this book and I don't think I was interested enough to finish it, but I will give this a go again. I'm unhauling this book because this series was rewritten and republished, so I want to get the newer edition of this series, The Bone Season. I also have the Mime Order and Song Rising. I'm getting rid of all 3 of them because it's the older edition, so I don't want to read that. Monsters Born and Made. I'm keeping this. I read this month, okay? I started Powerless and I DNF'd this book at 40%. This is not something I would enjoy now because it felt too tropey and I did not enjoy it, so I don't want to keep books I don't enjoy. This was a thrifted book. I got it from a friend's unhaul, and this is like the special edition of this book with the reversible dust jacket. Someone else would love this. We have Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. I'm definitely going to keep this book because I have plans to read this. Our unhaul pile is growing. I'm very happy. We have The 7-Year Slip. I'm not getting rid of this. We have Not Here to Be Liked. I don't think I would read this. So, and we have Clap When You Land, Fire on the High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I'm keeping both of them. We have all 3 books by Angie Thomas, On the Come Up, Thug and Concrete Rose. I did read Thug, but I haven't read On the Come Up. Oh no, I did read On the Come Up. I didn't read Concrete Rose. So let's keep everything for now because I enjoyed them all. And I have like 2 copies of Daisy Jones and the Six. Which one I want to keep? I think I will keep this one because this is the OG cover. I really like this. This is the movie tie-in, I guess. It says now an original series from Prime Video. Which font is better? This is nice. I like the cover for this one, so I'm going to keep this. copy and get rid of the movie tie-in cover. So we have a Sale Remember Me by Abby Manes. I will keep it because I did enjoy reading this. We have Paris Teleconte is About to Crumble. I don't think I will read this. And then we have The Coldest Touch. This is also sapphic, I guess. This is apparently YA as well. I don't know. I don't want to keep it now. We have Honey and Issues Guide to Fake Dating. I heard good things about this book, but do I want this enough to keep it on my shelf? This is a sprayed edged edition. You know what? I'll get rid of this. I don't want to keep books that I don't want to read. As Far As You Will Take Me by Phil Stamper. I don't think I want to keep this. I don't know what happened to me. I'm being very ruthless. So that doesn't matter. The main goal for today's video is get rid of books that we don't want to keep or we are not going to read from our shelves. So I'm just rearranging so there is a space for me to take out and keep books inside. So this sounds good. I'm just rearranging everything. Once that is done, I will take you guys to the other side. We have The Phoenix King. Absolutely amazing book. I'm not getting rid of this anytime soon, so I'll just keep it up. We have Adult Assembly Required by Abby Waxman. I have the Kindle copy for this, so I don't think I want the physical book. We have Aristotle and Dante Drive into the Waters of the World. I have the first book. Where is the first book I had? Here it is. We have Aristotle and Dante Discovers the Secrets of the Universe. I loved this series, but the height difference is kind of bugging me. So I'm, you know what, I'll keep this because I really did enjoy the series. It moved me, so I'm going to keep this series. We have If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Cale Dietrich. I read this and I don't think I liked it enough to keep this. Okay, and Spanish Love Deception. I don't think I want to keep this. We have Red, White and Royal Blue and One Last Stop. I'm keeping these books because I liked them. We have She Gets the Girl and All This Time. I don't know if I want to keep them, to be honest. I read 5 Feet Apart. I cried over that book, but do I love the other two? I don't think I read these two books. Should I keep them? You know what, I'll unhaul them. We have The Charm Offensive by Alice Conkram. I loved this book to bits, so I will be keeping this book. I'm feeling very protective today. We have 3 books by Alice Osman: Radio Silence, Solitaire and I Was Born for This. I'm keeping all 3 of them. I loved them so much. We have Swift and Saddle. I think I have done and dusted as well inside. If I do, then I'll keep this book. If I don't, then I don't. Oh, this is a very pretty sprayed edge edition I got from a friend's unhaul. So I'll keep this for now. We have An Emotion of Great Delight by Tamara Mafi. I'll keep this. And then we have You've Reached Sam. This is the only copy I have of this book, so I'm not getting rid of this one. So I think we have made quite a good progress. So let's shelf everything. We also have Almond by Won Pyong Sean and Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm keeping both of them right here. So let's shelf everything that I have here, and this shelf looks so empty right now. It is so laughable. Like you can fit so many more books. I think I'm going to move the LC Silver ones to here because it looks pretty. These are all the books, contemporary romances books. So I'm going to keep everything there. We can also move Finding 13, Keeping 13 to this shelf. So it looks nice. Like this is the third shelf. Look at the space we have in front, and so far we have these many books we are going to unhaul. Let's jump into the last shelf we have here, and then I'm going to take a break because I'm so thirsty and out of breath. So we have a couple of trinkets, mugs, and a moisture absorber here, and we have a pencil case. And we have a puzzle by Fake Rate. This is based on Once Upon a Broken Heart, so I'm keeping that. And then we have The Soldier Dog by Sam Angus. I'm definitely keeping that because it's one of my favorite books of all time. I think I'm going to unhaul this copy of The Nightingale because it is so moisture damaged. I don't want to keep this book. I will buy another copy of this. The same goes for The Silent Patient. It is moisture damaged, so or should I keep this copy? We have 36 Streets. I'm keeping this one. I'll put it here. And then we have The Fervor by Alma Katsu. This sounds absolutely amazing. This sounds like a horror, so I'm keeping this one. It Happened One Summer. I'm getting rid of this one. We have I'm So Not Over You. This is like an adult queer romance, so I think I'll keep it. And then we have The Dating Plan. Getting rid of this one. And then we have The Midnight Library. The same goes for this book. It is moisture damaged, so I need to do something about moisture damage. The amount of damage is very, very less in this one, more than the silent patient nightingale. This is less. Or should I just keep them separately? I don't want to get rid of these two until I read them. If I read them and I like it, I will unhaul this copy and then I'll get a new one. I don't know. Let's see. And then we have War of Lanka by Amish. You know, I like this author. We have Elliot Blyton Famous Five collection. I'm gathering this for my kids, so I will keep it. We have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This is like a short classic. I'll keep it. And then we have, what is this book? 19 Claws and a Blackbird. This is an ARC copy, but I'll keep it. And then we have The Cleaving by Juliet McKenna, and yeah, I'm keeping this as well. We have Woven in Moonlight. Where is the first or another book in this series? I think Written in Starlight or something. I have it somewhere around here, so I'll keep this in a maybe pile. If I find the other book, I will keep this series. And then we have Hunt of Shadows. This is an advanced reader copy by Elise Kova, so I'm keeping it. We have two books that are middle grade, so I'm keeping them for my kids. And then we have Sockle Girls by Claire Legrand. This is like a YA horror, atmospheric and spine-tingling novel. I'm going to get rid of this one. Maybe someone else would love it. And then we have Wild as the Witch. Where is my copy of Nature of Witches? So, oh, here it is. So, I'm definitely keeping these two. You see the pretty tabs I have here? I did read this. I really loved this. So, I'm keeping this one. I did read A Sun and a Star Maker. Oh, yeah. That I read in February. I think I read that in February. So, I'm keeping this book. I'll move this upstairs because we have a space here. And then we have Beasts Made of Night. I don't think I want this book, so I will get rid of it. We have Mirror Girls. This was a special edition book that I got in a book box. We have the original cover here. So this is the original cover. I want to keep this as a keepsake. We have The Sisters Grimm. I think this is also a special edition. This is so pretty. So I want to keep this. But everything on the bottom shelf is so moisture damaged. I don't know what has happened. Should I just... This is why I wanted to change or move the things from here, because a lot of these things got moisture damaged because of the window that is right behind this window. There is a huge door here. So every time it rains or suns, it gets damaged. So I don't want to damage them anymore. I'll move all these things that I'm keeping to the bottom back shelf so that we have an idea of what we are keeping right now. So these things, let them stay on top. And then we have Mirage by Soumya Dutt. I've been holding on to that book for years and years and years now, so I want to give it away. We have Stealing Infinity. I think this was a fake rate book. Was it? I think this was a fake rate book, so I'm not getting rid of that now. We have A Lesson in Vengeance, so I'm keeping that. We have Ariadne. I loved this book, so I'm keeping this book. So next we have Legends and Lattes. I'm keeping this one as well. And then we have the ARC copies of The Roots of Chaos. Focus. And then we have the ARC copies of The Roots of Chaos series. I am definitely not getting rid of that. And then lastly we have Cersei by Madeline Miller. I'm also keeping this one. So all the books that was down here, it is all done. So I'll move all the hardbacks down. I'll also move the Ordinary Monsters down because it's a hardback and it's bigger, so it needs to go back. And yeah, I think we have done a good job with this shelf, guys. We have gotten rid of so many books. It is laughable. Okay, I'm so happy that we are doing this today. You see how sweaty I am? Like, I need air ASAP. So guys, look at the bottom shelf. We have an entire front row empty. Our first shelf is done. We have taken out so many books right here. Okay guys, we have done this whole side. Now I'm going to go inside, sit under the AC for like 10-15 minutes, recharge my battery, and then I'll come back and we'll do the other side. Guys, I am back from a break. I just sat under the AC for 30 minutes and my camera battery is fully charged now. Let's tackle this side. Okay, we have The Rise of the Dragon, an illustrated book. I'm definitely keeping this because this was sent to me as a gift. So let's keep it there for now. And I have the Mistborn trilogy. I bought the set, so I'm definitely keeping this. Let me just move what I'm keeping here so that it's easier for me. Then we have Color Purple by Alice Walker. I loved this book so much. This moved me in ways that I didn't expect it to move me. So I'm definitely keeping this book. And we have The Night Diary by Veera Hiranandi. I don't know if I would read this book, but you know what? I think I'm going to keep this. And then we have The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. I don't think I would read this immediately in the upcoming months. So I'm going to give this away. We have A Man Called Ove or Ove. And then we have Verity by Colin Hoover. This is the only Colin Hoover book I've read, and this is like a psychological thriller and I loved it. The adaptation is coming out soon. I'm very excited for that as well. We have House of Hollow. This is like a body horror book that I really want to read. And then we have Karna's Wife by Kavita Kane. I really want to own all of this, but this is so completely moisture damaged that I don't want to keep it on my bookshelf. I'll get a new copy, and this is a thrifted book that got really damaged. I'll be getting rid of this as well. And then we have Good Luck Girls. I don't know if I will read this, so I'll get rid of this as well. We have Archer's Voice by Emilia Sheridan. I loved this book so much, so I'm keeping it. We have two Agatha Christie books. I've read them both, but both of them are moisture damaged. I do want to collect Agatha Christie books, but I'm thinking if I should keep this or is there any way to salvage these books, because so I'm going to keep that for now. We have Grave Intentions by R.V. Raman. I'm going to keep this. I really liked it. We have The Main's Secret. I don't know if I would keep this. I also annotated this book, so I'm going to just give this away. And then we have Tagore Never Ate Here. I really liked this book, so I'm going to keep it. Then we have Leave No Trace. I loved this. This was so fun to read, so I'm going to keep this as well. Towards the back, we have Summer Suns by Lee Mandelo. I love this book so much. Okay, this was one of my favorite reads when I read it. And then we have The Picture of Dorian Gray, a special edition, a hardcover. I'm definitely going to keep it. That is one of my favorite classic that I read. I read that when I was small in school. So we have Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I have the first book as well, Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I don't know where that is. I don't know, it might be somewhere else, but I'm definitely keeping the series because I've heard good things. And then we have Karen McManus books, 3 of them. I'm keeping that as well. And then we have a copy of one of my favorite books, A Little Life. It's the most heartbreaking book that I've ever read, so I'm keeping them all. So let me just keep everything back on the shelf here. And then we have Smash It Butterfingers. This is like a middle grade book that I'm keeping for my kid, so I'll have it. And then we have Percy Jackson set. You know what? I think I'm going to keep this for my kids. They'll love this because they've started to read books on their own, so I'm very happy about that. And then we have A Very Large Expanse of the Sea. I loved this book so much. And then we have one of my favorite YA series of all time. We have this, okay, Calculated, Simulated and Activated. The 4th book, Liberated, is coming out very, very soon. I'm very excited for that. These are all just random bookish knickknacks that I've stored over here. What do we have here? We have The Never Tilting World. I don't think I'll read this, so I'll keep it here. So The Box and the Words, I'm definitely keeping this. We have the Mindfuck series. I'm definitely keeping that. We have Weight of the Stars. I'm keeping that one. And we have Set the Fire to the Gods. I don't know, should I keep this? I don't know, I'm getting rid of it because I don't think I'll read it anyways. We have They Wish They Were Us. I don't think I would read this as well, so I'm getting rid of those as well. So let me just move whatever I can down again so that we can go to the next shelf. These are all books that I'm keeping anyways, so I'll just move everything here. I move this back here, and yeah, this shelf, I think we got rid of a couple of books from this shelf, so we are moving to this one right here. I'm keeping this because it's sent to me by the author. We have a copy of We Hunt the Flame and We Flee the Stars. I think I have a copy of We Free the Stars already, because I was waiting for We Hunt the Flame, this cover edition specifically. So let me wait on that, okay? And then while I really like this short, the old school copies of Stephen King, I'm gonna get the Stephen King editions that are like bigger. You see the paperback copies that are with this kind of a spine, I really like them, so I'm going to collect those. So I will be giving these away. Let me just keep the Eyes of the Dragon back here, and then let's go. We have the second book in the Gods and Monsters series. I will be reading this book, so I'm keeping that. We have, I think this is the second book in the Trial of the Sun Queen. I did buy the whole set, so I don't know if this is a duplicate or not. So let's see if I have this, or if I have another copy, I'll unhaul this. So I'll keep this in the maybe pile. We have a Phoenix First Must Burn. I'm keeping that. We have a Hamnet. I'm keeping this. We have Captive Prince trilogy. I'm keeping that as well. It is one of my favorites. And we have a Master of Digin. This is also my favorite. We have Iron Widow. I have plans to read this. And then we have Gilded Ones and 2 copies of the Song of Achilles. I'm keeping them all. And then we have the Ivory Key. I might give this away, okay? The Rebel of the Sands series. I don't know if I would be reading this. The other books, I'm going to move it down, so easy for me. And then we have Rising from the Dust. This was sent by the author. Should I keep it? It is also personalized, so I think I will be keeping this book. And then we have an ARC copy of The Lady of Steel and Straw. We have Sisters of the Snake. These are all books I'm keeping. We have Hunted by the Sky, this series. I really loved the first book. We have Blood of Poison. I don't know, should I keep this? It's a 17-year-old, so I'm going to give this away. Let me keep the stack here. We have a lot to go through. These are all fantasy books I have here. We have the Queen's Resistance, the Queen's Rising and Queen's Resistance. I'm definitely keeping this series. We have Sisters of the Sword and Song. And the thing is, I have the Carry On trilogy. I think I'm going to give this away, unhaul this, because should I keep it? Because I really liked this. I was obsessed with this series when it came out and I read it. But I'm so confused right now. But you know what? Let me keep it for now. Okay? Maybe next time if I still feel like maybe I'll unhaul them. And then we have the Conductors. I loved this. I read the e-arc and then I bought the physical copy for this book. These books are so dusty. I need to dust everything. And then I have Firekeeper's Daughter. So in this shelf, I'm going to keep all these books, okay? And then we have Raybar and Redemptor. I'm going to keep them as well. You know what? I'll keep this here for now. And then we have Call Down the Hawk. I don't know if I should keep it because I have never read the Raven cycle, and I don't know if I would like. I think this is like a standalone. The cover is gorgeous. Should I just keep it for some time? I think I'll keep it for some time. And then we have Ace of Shades. I really liked. Oh, I don't think I read this one. I read Ace of Spades. No. I think this is the one I read. Ace of Spades, or I didn't read. This one is The Devil Makes Three. This sounds nice. I will keep it. We have Story of Silence. I'll be keeping it. We have Ember and the Ashes series. This is one of my favorite series of all time. I'm not getting rid of this one. So I don't think we need to unhaul a lot from this shelf. Beasts of Prey. I think I'll unhaul this one. See, we have a Crooked Kingdom here. So I will be unhauling this one. See, Written in Starlight. I have the book. So I'll keep Woven in Moonlight, both of them as together. And then we have Ace of Spades. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm keeping it. Winter's Orbit, one of my favorites. The Jasmine Throne, one of my favorites. Yes, you see, I have a copy of We Free the Stars, so I'm going to keep this copy of mine and then unhaul the other copy. Where is the other one? We Free the Stars. Where is it? I'll unhaul this copy of We Free the Stars, because this I got as a set with We Hunt the Flame from one of my friends' unhaul. So I'm going to keep the newer copy with me and unhaul the older one, so we can unhaul. I'm going to keep We Hunt the Flame here with the sequel so that it is together. And then we can move one more book to the top so that it can, okay, you know what, it is not fitting there, so we move the gilded ones, but it still have a space, so we move the other iron window to the top. Yeah, now it's fitting perfectly. It is all about matching spaces. And then we have, see, like I told you guys before, I have The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. Where is the first book in this series? I had that somewhere. Where did I keep it? It is on this side, I'm not sure, but I really want to read this series, but I found the book on a thrifted haul, so I have it right here. We have Son of the Storm. I still have to read this book, but I'm excited for it. We have The Bone Shard Daughter. I'm really excited to read this book. And we have Witches Steeped in Gold. We have Forging Silver into Stars. We have Twin Crowns. Now, I'm not sure I want to read this. This is a YA fantasy. We have A Song of Rape and Ruin. I did read this. I don't remember the sequel's name, but I think I should not keep this book because it is not my favorite. So, I'm going to get rid of this. We have Betrayals, a very pretty sprayed edition copy. So those are all the books that we have here. Let me just move a couple of fantasy books to the top because we have space right now. Okay, these are all the books. No, these two I'm going to unhaul, and these are all the books that I'm keeping, right? And do we have anything else we can? I'll put this on the top. We have this that we can put on the top. Okay, that is very nice. Can we squeeze this inside? Yes, I squeezed it. Good job. We did a good job. And then we can keep the other books right here. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. We have Woven in Moonlight, which doesn't fit on the actual shelf, so I'm going to just keep it right here. I think we did a good job, guys. I'm going to take a quick video with my phone to show you guys the bottom two shelves that we did right now. This is the other shelves, the bottom two, and we took out a couple of more books, guys. This is the next shelf that we are going to do. Starting off the bat, we have Betting on You by Lynn Painter. We are definitely keeping this one. We have Wolf Song. We have The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I really want to read Lynn Painter books. We have My Roommate is a Vampire, which I don't think I would enjoy reading or annotating basically, so I'm going to get rid of that. We have Yes and I Love You and What If You and Me. I really love this series. We have Illumine Files. I really liked Illumine. I read only the first book. I haven't read the other books yet. Something fell down. Let me just... I'm back. I only read Illumine and I haven't read the other two books yet. But see, I have Assistant to the Villain and Accomplice to the Villain right here. I think I... Wait, let me just get this copy of Assistant to the Villain as well. So now I basically have two copies of Assistant to the Villain, which looks better, which looks nicer. This one I'm keeping. Okay, this looks nicer. So, and then Accomplice to the Villain I'll keep. This copy I'll unhaul. So that is very nice for us. And then we have come to the hardbacks collection. We have the beautiful ones. This is so beautiful. I really want to read this book, so I'm keeping it. We have The Daughter of Moon Goddess. I'm definitely keeping. We have The Song of Achilles, the second book in Six Crimson Cranes. I'm keeping both of them. We have Dangerous Women. This is like a pirate locked room mystery kind of thing. I'm really keeping it. I loved this book so much. I'm waiting for the second book to be out in hardback, so I'm waiting for that. This is Jade Firegold. I'm waiting to read this. A Girl Beneath the Sea. I want to read this. I don't have much I want to unhaul from this shelf. We have These Two Dark Rides. I really love this book. I'm waiting for the sequel. And The Witch's Heart I haven't read, but I'm excited to read. We have Dance of Thieves and Verve of Thieves. I don't know if I would keep these two, but let's give it a go. And this is a River Enchanted. I think the second book is Fire Endless. I'm waiting for the second book to be available in hardback for me so that I can complete my collection. This is Key in the Lock. I don't know. This is a gothic novel, so that's why I've kept on to it. And we have the finished copy of Day of Fallen Night. I'm definitely reading this series. We have a copy of Binding, and we have Thread Needle. These two I'm definitely keeping. And we have The Gilded Wolves and the Silver Serpents. I'm keeping this. And we have the second book in the Crescent City series, House of Sky and Breath. This is also I'm keeping because I plans to read the Crescent City series. I think that's all, guys. We have taken out a couple of more books from this top shelf, which I'm very excited about. This is like the dust jackets for the Foxhole series, but I don't have the paperback copy of the books because it is not available here for me. So I just bought the dust jacket alone. So yeah, you can also see how much I love that series because I bought an empty dust jacket alone. So we are done with this three. Guys, I hope you can see the top shelf right here. First off, we have Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood. This is a romantic and spine-thrilling. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. And we have 1,000 Steps a Night. I'm also keeping this one because I've been excited to read it. We have the Summer of Lost Letters. This is like a historical fiction, so I'm going to keep it. We have the Book of Longings. I'm going to keep it, and I have a couple of Agatha Christie books that I got, so I'm going to keep all the Agatha Christie books. So you are going to be staying with me. We have two Stephen Kings that are like normal paperback size, so I'm keeping them as well. And then we have a couple of older smaller versions of Agatha Christie books, and in this I am going to take out the Seven Dials Mystery because I have another normal paperback copy, so I'm going to get rid of this one alone. So other Agatha Christie books I'm going to keep. We have the small Stephen King again, so I'm going to unhaul these ones. We have a couple of classics here, so I'm going to keep a couple of classics I have here, so I'm going to keep all of these. So let's have them here. I'm going to get rid of all these. Okay, I don't know if I would read them again, so I'm getting rid of them. All these books are classics. I don't want to take them out because it's okay. I hope you guys can. No, I don't think you guys can see. These are all like the short classics. I want to keep them all. So it's just there. And the Sachin Tendulkar book is for my husband. So it's okay. I'm going to keep the classics. The classics, I'm not getting rid of them. We have a Shadow in the Glass. I'm keeping this one because it is beautiful. And then we have, what is this? An art copy of Limberlost. Okay, I'm keeping it. We have Night Train to the Stars. I'm keeping this as well. We have Last Apothecary. I'm keeping this as well. And then we have House of Salt and Sorrows. I'll keep them. And then I have the second, third and fourth book in the Raven Cycle series. I have the first one inside in my book room. So I have plans to read this series this year. So I'm keeping them all. I'm so out of breath and I'm sweating so much again. And then we have the Winter Night trilogy. This is one of my favorite series of all time. I love the series to bits, so I have that. And then we have a couple of fake rate edition books which I'm never getting rid of. So I have all these fake rate books that I'm not getting rid of. We have Spin the Dawn and Unravel the Dusk. I have plans to read this. I have high expectations for this book, so, or series you can say. So I'm keeping them. And then we have The Lost Fragrance of Infinity. I don't think I'll read it, so I'm going to keep it here. We have Hotel Magnifique. I love this edition, so I'm keeping it. And then my treasured copy of Hound of Baskervilles and A Study in Scarlet, the Sherlock Holmes book. So yeah, I think we made a really good progress, and we've taken out so many books from here. So let me just transfer all the Agatha Christie, Stephen King's to the top again, because that is where it stays usually, so that I don't forget that I own all of them. So I'm going to transfer all the books that I took from here. So yeah, this looks very nice. We have taken out so many books and I'm feeling very happy because we have made such a good dent. I'm keeping this here because that's nice. Okay, we have so much space. This looks nice. And this is the top shelf, and then bottom we have so much space in front. Guys, this is our maybe pile. I am going to check if I have another copy of Rule of Aurora King. If I do, then I'll unhaul this. But I've asked my friends if this book is worth it, and they said it is. So I'm going to keep this copy. This one, they said I would like, but they are unsure. So I'm going to unhaul this copy. And everybody scolded me. They called me names because I thought I could unhaul this. So I've been forced into keeping this onto my shelf. So I'll keep this. The dictionary of lost words also people said I would love. So I'm unhauling this one and keeping this, or I'll keep it here. So basically we have unhauled this outside bookshelf. Let's go inside into our book room and tackle that area now. Hey guys, I am back inside and it feels so much better because I have the AC blasting. I'm going to start with this stack of books that I have here because there was no other space to keep it. So first time caller I'm definitely keeping because it was one of my favorites. And then we have Holy Island. I just read this last month, so I'm gonna keep it. Unlikely Coven, I loved it, so I'm keeping this book. Every Last Girl, I liked it, but I don't think I would go for it again, so I'm going to unhaul this one. We have Marketing Chronicles, Growing as a Leader, all the non-fiction. I'm going to put it in a free library. And we have the Sky Blues, which I don't think I would read, so I'm going to give this away. We have Half Light. I'm also going to give this away because I did not like this book. We have Boys in the Valley. I would keep that because I liked it. We have two very large paperback of Stephen King books, so I'm going to keep both of them. I really like large paperbacks and floppy paperbacks, you guys, so I'm going to keep this. So I'll keep it this side. We have Illuminated by Anindita Gose, this book, but I don't think I would read it. I'm going to unhaul this book as well. And then we have another stack here. Let me just bring it here. We have one more stack here. Let's go through all of them. We have The Walking Dead. I'm definitely keeping this book. We have the Breakaway series 1 and 2. I'm definitely keeping. We have The Last Ride. I don't think I would like to keep this book. So we have The Turning by Shania Chopra. I gave this a 3.25, but it's a gorgeous edition, so I'm going to keep it. We have Spectres of Vengeance. I loved this book. We have Wicked Lies of Habron Fair. I liked it, so I'm keeping it. We have The Whistleblower's Wife, The Night We Sang the Happiest Song of Our Lives. Bhima's Wife I'm going to keep, but these two I'm going to unhaul. We have Unfolding and Mafia Queens of India. Both of them I think I am going to unhaul. So we have a stack of unhaul books already piling here. I'm going to keep it down. Let's move on to, you guys, I already have Rule of the Aurora King right here, so I am going to unhaul this copy of Rule of Aurora King. Let's move to this side, and we have, I do have the string lights in here, but let's see if we can take out books without damaging or disturbing them. These are books I'm definitely keeping, so I'll just move it here. This is my journal, so I'm keeping it, and I'm also keeping this one. So let's figure out what we want to keep and what we want to take out. Let's take out all the glass jars and items from here so that we can unhaul everything. So okay, I cannot take books out from this area because it is stacked and the structure is not something that I want to disturb. So I'll just say out loud what books are these. So we have A Court of Miracles that I'm keeping. We have the Rat Picker King and Sword Catcher books. I'm keeping them. And we have the second book. These I'm keeping. The Courting of Bristol Keats, Oathbound, Richard Osman, Blood Over Brighthaven, The Dowry of Blood, The Sinister Booksellers of Bath. All of them I'm keeping. We have Wild and Wicked Things, The Letters from the Lonesome Shore, Alchemy of Secrets, Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock. We have The Year of the Witching. I think I'll keep the Secret Society of Regular Witches, Priory of the Orange Tree. All of this I am keeping. What is this book? This is Firebird. I'm keeping this because I'm currently reading the sequel, Bloodsinger, so I'll keep it. This is Rose in Chains. This is a very pretty copy. Six Wild Crowns, Our Different Fates, Never the Roses, Shield of Sparrows. All of these I think I'm going to keep. Going on top, these are all books that I just added because these are all on my 26 and 2026 books, so I just kept it here. All these books I think I'm going to keep. Let's see what this is. This is Double Speak. I think I'm going to unhaul this, or this is my keep pile. This is my, where is my unhaul pile? There. So I'll just keep it here. And what are these books? We have Babel Murders, Gloom. I think I'll unhaul Babel Murders. This I'm pretty. This is a middle grade horror. Should I keep it? I'll just unhaul, give it to someone who will enjoy. We have The Rose Bargain. We have, these are all books that I added just now. The Hunter's Gambit. I'm halfway into annotating it, so I'll anyways keep it for now. So These are all books I want to keep. To Bleed a Crystal Bloom, I want to read the sequel and then see if I want to unhaul. So I'll read the sequel first. These are all books that I want to keep. So yeah, this shelf is done. We have Afterlife by Gail Forman. I did read this, but I don't think I want to keep a copy. Let me just remove these two lamps that I have here. Okay, I'm unhauling Afterlife by Gail Forman. I liked it, but I don't think I like it enough to keep this one. Okay, so I'll just keep the unhaul pile separate here. And then Eternal Ones, you see the Gilded Ones series, this is from that series. We have the Gilded Cage. This is the Prison Healer series. I really want to read that. We have Prospects by Katie Hoffman. We have an Agatha Christie After the Frugal. We have 3 Ali Hazelwood books. I don't know if I want to keep them, but I'll give them a try. If I like Ali Hazelwood's contemporary books, I'll keep them. And then we have Done and Dusted. You see, Swift and Saddle, something else I had. So I do have a copy of Done and Dusted here. So I want to keep both of them. We have Fate of the Sun King and Rule of the Aurora King. So I unhauled the duplicate copy I have. And we have The Killings at one more. How to Kill Your Family, Reappearance of Holly Jackson. We have The Predator by Runix. Should I keep it or should I unhaul it? I think I'm going to keep it. We have the Spice Cake, the Starlight Air. Starlight Air, I don't think I heard good things about, but I have the copy. I paid full price for it because a couple of years ago during my birthday, I got it. So I want to keep it and try reading it. And then we have the Divine Sword, Silver Queendom, Uncharmed. I do have this graphic novel, but I think my kids would love that. So yeah, this area is done. I don't think I'm going to unhaul a lot from here, but let me keep all of this back so that it stays nice. I'm going to keep this in the unhaul pile. Now moving to my actual desk area. I don't think I want to take out any books per se. I'll just move my flowers here. Or where did I keep my flowers first? I kept it here. So okay, I just moved my flowers. These 2 books I'm currently reading, so I'm keeping it here. These are all the physical books I read in the month of May so far, so I'm keeping it down. This is my Kindle for easy access, so I'll keep it here. We have, I don't know if you guys can see all the books that I have here, but I'm going to give you guys the rundown anyway. We have The Night Circus, we have Book of Azrael, we have The Forest of Stars, Enchantra, Divine Rivals, Legend Born, The Heavenly Bodies, Adventures of Amina El Surafi, I don't know how to pronounce that, but we have Enigma, All That Ever Matters, Blood and Roses, The Final Empire, the first book in the Miss Pond series, The Legend of the White Snake, All These Bodies, Poppy War. I think this is 7 Deadly Roses or Thorns. 7 Deadly Thorns. This. Okay, I think I started reading this book. This book will bury me. These are all books that I really want to keep. And then on the bottom shelves, we have a couple of books that I might unhaul. I thinking of unhauling the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. I don't think I would enjoy reading it now, so I'm unhauling that. We have other copies of books that I'm currently reading. These are all books that I'm currently reading or I read last month. We have Blood of Hercules, Bones of Hercules, Phantasma. These are all books I'm currently reading, so I'm not getting rid of any of them. Yeah, for this area, so let's go through this one. Okay, Art of Rhetoric, Agatha Christie. We have, so this is the 7 Tiles Mystery Agatha Christie book that I told you guys that I already have, so we unhauled the other one. The other books from here, I don't think I'm going to unhaul. I do have another stack of books there, so let me go bring that so we can unhaul from. Okay, I found another stack of possible maybes that I kept away for some time, so let's go through them and I'll see if I still want to keep them. We have the Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Angel. The spine doesn't match and these are different cover editions, so I wanted to get matching ones, so I think I would unhaul this because I want the matching cover edition for these books. And then okay, I have this edition of Rebecca, but I found another edition, very pretty edition that I was looking for, so I'm unhauling this one. I'm unhauling this copy of Fourth Wing because I found the hardcover copies of both of them. I think see here I have Fourth Wing hardcover with sprayed edges when I was thrifting, so I'm unhauling this paperback copy of this book. And then this The Fire we kept. No, I did not like this book at all, so I'm unhauling both of them. Like I told you guys before, these are the older editions of the Bone Season series, so I'm unhauling both these to get the new editions. I thrifted this, but then I found the complete box set from a friend's unhaul, so I'm unhauling this single book. Okay, and then we have Troubled Spies, we have When Silence Road, and this Garden of Weeds. We have Lessons in Chemistry. I started reading this book, but I was not invested, so I'm unhauling. If I want to read it again, I can thrift it again. So, and then I am going to unhaul this random fourth book in this series, I guess. So, Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. I'm going to buy the first 3 books, the original trilogy, Red Rising trilogy, and I'm also unhauling Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I have this on KU, so if I want to read it, I can download it on Kindle Unlimited and read it. So we have decided to unhaul all of the books that we kept aside as a maybe. So our unhaul pile is growing, guys. So guys, I think that's all. I don't have any other stack of books right now that I want to unhaul seriously, but we did so good today. Okay, we got rid of so many books that were just taking up space, and I think I will unhaul them. I'm going on a vacation in like 2 days time. I don't think I can unhaul all of them this month, but when I come back in the month of June, I will put an unhaul post up, and all the books that I bought I will unhaul. All the books that I got and annotated or anything like that, I would post a giveaway and just give it away for free, or I can stuff the little free libraries I have around here. So let's figure that out when I come back from the vacation. So now it's time to count how many books we unhauled. Okay, let's start with the ones that we took out from this book room area. Okay, so these are the 2 stacks by unhauled from this room. So let's count them. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32. We have unhauled 32 books from this room. Let's go outside to our bookshelf and let's see how much we unhauled from there, or I'll bring those books here so that it is easier for us to count. So we have 32 books we unhauled from here, and I'm going to go bring those books as well, and let's count. Okay guys, I don't know, I've unhauled these many books. Do you guys see the amount of books on this table? I found another table, the table that I was using in my kitchen. I stacked every single book we unhauled today. Okay, now we are going to be counting. Okay, are you ready? Let's count them all. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 102 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 102 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 90 91 92 3 4 5 6 7 Guys, there are 103 books in this stack alone. What you guys don't see is there are 3 more stacks under my table that I unhauled 6 months ago. There are like 60 plus books. So in total, we are unhauling 160 plus books from our house, from our shelves, so that we can make more room to all the books that we really want to read and keep. A round of applause to myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back because this has been a long time coming and I'm so happy to do this. But I did pick a wrong season to do this unhaul, but at least we got everything done. So I'm going to come here and talk to you guys from behind here because it is so much fun. That's all for today's video, guys. We unhauled 160 plus books from all the bookshelves in our home. I'm so happy with what I have done. I feel like a queen with a book throne right now. That is so good. I feel so much better. We have so much space in our bookshelves right now so that all the books are not sitting in stacks around the house. I'm very happy we did this today, and I hope you really loved unhauling all the books with me in this video today. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell because you will be notified every time I post in the future. And I'll see you guys very soon, maybe with a book haul. So bye guys.